Yeah, 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 yeah. And,
Yeah.
and you know it's your boy that makes a whole hell of a lot of noise.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what else to say because I just woke up from a nap. And guess who I was napping with? Your girl. No cap.
No cap. And yeah, and of course it's me, his partner, the other co-host of the show, your baby mama. She nicknamed me the chiropractor because I readjust her spine with surgical precision. Sean recognized. What's up, world?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get some. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what we got. We got to get some type of sound effects after we drop them jokes. We ain't bad for the intro. We getting it together for y'all. We gonna get it together for y'all, yo. Y'all just keep motherfucking tuning in and logging on and locking in and telling your people to log on and lock in. You know, we need that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these numbers up.
Yeah, man. Yo, I just recently came across this new you know me, I'm always looking for the latest technology when it comes to like this podcasting, broadcasting shit.
No
And
doubt.
this joint called, I think is Myano Caster.
Uh-huh.
The joint is like about this big, but it
Yeah.
has sound effects for recording, like
Right.
podcasts and radio. So it has the applause, the boo, the all that stuff already pre-programmed in. You can stream to other platforms from it. Yo, shit is fire. But
Sick.
it's crazy. This podcasting thing is it's actually taking on a life of its own recently. Like it's just a lot of people doing it now. Just like whack music, though. I'm
Yeah.
just saying because you got a lot of you got a lot of podcasters out there that they
Yeah,
just be
well, just because it's under the circumstances, it's not much else that a lot of us can do right now, and that goes with the celebs and the people that were doing shows as well. Everybody's stuck in the house, man. So shit, why not start a motherfucking podcast? I done seen some of your favorite rappers, some of your favorite artists, um, movie personalities, all kind of people. Everybody doing podcasts now. You know what I'm saying? You don't even really have to be famous. Honestly, and I'm seeing people blow up off of their podcasts too.
yeah. Yo, we definitely seeing a change. But I think what's gonna happen, and we're starting to see it happen now, is those big platforms that actually host the podcast are actually going to start because podcasting and the broadcast and stuff, you would listen to it for free. Now they're going to find a way to monetize off of it, just like they do
Oh, no question, no question.
on music. So it's going to be an interesting situation. We're going to be. Look, we need to get a contract signed. We're going to put that shit out in the air. Yo, we need to get syndicated. Make sure that you hit us up. Make sure that you tell a friend to tell a friend that tells her friend, and then she hits me in my DM
No
because
Spotify, Sirius, title, all them places like that.
yeah. What's the other one? Revolt.
Revolt TV. It's another platform too. I can't think of the name of it, but it's another one.
Shit. But there's a ton of them, so we need to be a part of that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
No doubt, no doubt.
yo, shout out to I'm probably gonna get his first name wrong, Maury Johnson, for being one of the first rappers to not be found guilty for his rap lyrics and a crime that was committed. This happened several months ago during the COVID lockdown situation, and there was a young rapper, up and coming rapper, that was said to hit someone with a baseball bat after an altercation. He was only indicted based on his lyrics because of him saying he'll beat your head in with a baseball bat. And it was a crime that was committed where someone was killed that was beaten with a baseball bat or a bottle. So he was indicted and they tried to convict him. The DA dropped the ball. Good thing the DA dropped the ball because the kid would be doing 25 years to life. Now I wonder if this is going to trickle down to all the other people that have been indicted. Because we just had Bobby Schmurder get out,
No
right?
doubt.
We had Casanova that just got indicted 18 counts based off of a lot of the stuff that was said in his music.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's a slew of other people that probably
Oh yeah,
have, you know, it's just crazy.
dudes
Yo,
is
shout
not
out to
rapping.
Trick Daddy though. Shout out to Trick Daddy, and I know I'm switching gears real quick, but shout out to Trick Daddy.
I was just gonna ask why Trick Daddy all of a sudden? Like what's
Trick
up with him?
Daddy, because Trick Daddy, right, got pulled over
Mm-hmm.
and got a cocaine charge dropped and reduced the whole entire charge. They was about to hit him. They was about to hit him with all types of stuff. Got it dropped to a DWI,
Uh-huh.
and the cocaine possession charge got dropped.
Wow.
Because right,
How'd they do that?
yeah, he had a good damn lawyer. He had a good damn lawyer. That's the only way. And he, from what it was said, the amount of cocaine he had on him was personal use size. But
Mm.
personal use size, you can still get hit with intent to distribute.
Oh
So
yeah. I mean, if you got anything, any kind of paraphernalia on you, like little baggies or any of that type shit, a scale in the car, which all of that shit, they got you. They're gonna jam you for sure. Especially if you got a little tint on your skin.
yeah. So, he actually, it was funny because when I was reading up on it, he was actually attempting to get out of the charge. He was super duper intoxicated and high as fuck. And he was using that, if you could imagine Trick Daddy,
Yeah.
just him being the way that he is, that had to be
Oh,
hilarious.
I seen him on a police stop before. It was hilarious. It was like the funniest shit ever, man. Just them putting him through the whole motions and telling him to take the sobriety test and all of that shit. That shit was hilarious. It was sad and funny at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
But
watching a good comedian bomb or something. I don't know.
yeah, but I gotta say, I don't know if it's a new trend to let us off or
Uh-huh.
not lock us up or throw us under the jail, but
Yeah.
starting to see a little more of us getting, we're not getting indicted, where stuff is getting thrown out, we're being found not guilty. I don't know if the past 2 years has opened up more eyes than they were, but I'm hoping that this is not just for the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, worldwide, ever since George Floyd incident last year, there's been a level, there's been a raised awareness. Let's just say that has trickled out to everybody, not just our people, not just our kinfolk, our skin folk. Um, it's a beautiful thing, but what I'd like to see also, in addition to the movement, is some action. You know what I mean? Some type of systemic legislation, some type of some type of some type of program that's going to be withstanding, that's going to be around long after the attention to this dies down, or hopefully it doesn't die down, but the hype, let's just say, dies down. um some type of law being passed, man, or laws, you know what I mean, multiple, because something got to give, man. I mean, it can't just be the whole world makes a fuss about this shit, and then a few companies jump on the BLM wagon, to try and sell some jerseys or sell their merch, whatever it is that they're doing, and then you give you give some black people a couple of good paying positions, and then you call it a day. It can't stop right there, man. It's got to be systemic, man. It's got to be something permanent that's put in place to right the wrong.
Right. Back in the days, they said they was going to give us 40 acres and a mule. How
Hmm.
about that 40 acres and a mule you didn't give us? How about we actually get something now? Just like the Native Americans, they're able to live in their areas on their land and live under their own laws. So
Hmm.
they have their own police. That would be a little weird though, because if a dude like Trick Daddy pulled me over and tell me to get out the car, that shit gonna be a little funny. I don't know, but but hey,
No, officer, let me see your license and registration, motherfucker. You look high as motherfucking giraffe nuts. Let me see your shit, man.
but yeah, so but I think that's a way to start. As a way to start, I know that that there are many black millionaires and billionaires that are really trying to push to build black owned towns, and I know they're probably getting a lot of slack from, the townships or maybe the states or maybe the government in general, where they're not able to do certain things and they got to jump over bigger obstacles. But hopefully we can get there soon enough.
Yeah, it's a lot of work ahead, man. And we always, there's never a shortage of people who are, on their job in an effort to set us back. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta leave they monkey ass by the wayside and keep pushing, with the positivity and everything. Shouts out to Jay-Z, Sean Carter, once
Yeah.
again making the big deals. He just sold a majority stake of Title to the CEO of Twitter. So he's still got, and then I think also in exchange for that, he's gonna sit on the board of directors for that, for his I guess for his company, his media company. And I mean, it's only been what, 6 years, 7 years, something like that. The title's been out 6 years, I think. I mean, bro, this is what he does, man. A lot of people hate on him. Jack Dorsey, that's the dude's name, that the CEO that he sold it to. A lot of people knock him, and some people say that they don't fuck with him. Oh, he's no top tier, da da da, whatever the case may be. That's normally coming from a younger audience, and not no slight at all. But
Yeah.
you cannot knock this man's hustle, no pun intended. He does this like effortlessly. He makes the shit look easy. He just did the deal with LVMH. You know what I'm saying? With the for the Ace of Spades. Now he turns around and now he's doing this title deal. It's like, B, you can't stop the sun from shining, B. I mean, you got to throw him the salute, man. You got to give credit where credit is due. You just got to
Yo,
do it. Amazing, dude. Amazing.
but the one thing, and it was
Brooklyn, stand
always
up.
that situation when it came to Jay, right? Where people would say he was cocky or whatever, but in his own regards, he had the right to be, right? He
Yeah,
had the right to be that way.
yeah.
And it was, what was it? You made it a hot verse, I made it a hot song,
Song, yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? He's
Yeah.
doing that with everything that he puts his hands on, everything. And
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't have a problem saying, look, I'm here, I did this, I got it to where I needed to go. But in order for it to grow, I need to step back, take a different position, and let it grow even further. Because even selling those shares, that lump sum of money that he got for selling the shares in Title,
Yeah.
making the Ace of Spades deal and doing all that stuff, I could
Yeah.
tell you the residuals and the money that he's going to get based off of what the people that he sold that to
Mm-hmm.
is going to be more than he could even fathom. And he don't got to do shit now.
Well, the LVMH deal, they never specified a money amount. You know what I'm saying? But that shit has got to be crazy. But with this deal, with the Square deal, that's the company I think is called Square. Let me see. I'm reading here. Square's my purchase. Mix of cash and stock. So that means there's money and then there's stock. There's probably stock in the company that has a monetary value totaling $297 million.
See, numbers like that, Jay is used
Wow.
to. He's like, yeah, I got
Wow.
that. Cool.
Wow. That's one.
Right.
That's one deal. That's one deal this year.
One
One. That right
one
there could be somebody's whole entire year. You feel me?
Yeah. Yo.
Bananas. Bananas, B.
Yo. And speaking of people that do astronomical things, right? You know what's going on, I don't even know how many years since Get Rich or Die Trying drop, right? That was a
So yeah,
monumental time for hip hop,
yeah,
right?
I just
50
saw something about it. Was it 25 years, right?
it hasn't been, yeah, like about 25 years since that drop.
Yeah,
Because
I
it was
believe that.
late
Yeah,
90s, early 2000s. So yeah, we're talking about 20 plus years.
yeah.
13 million copies sold, physical copies, not the streaming shit,
Whew.
right?
Old school
Right,
copies.
right. Old school copies, hand to hand. Gotta go to what was it? No, I was about to say H&M. Um,
Tower
crap.
Records,
Tower Records. You had a couple of other joints out there, but
J&R Music World.
all yeah, all those wonderful things. Then you had the little hole in the wall joints that sold the bootleg tapes and all that. But
Shouts out to Rock and Soul. That was one
yeah,
of my favorite spots to go to.
so we had all those places, but 13 million sold. Forget Rich or Die Trying, and not even including the Massacre, right? Which was two of the most highest selling ever albums in hip hop, which I think is crazy. But we all know why it happened because of the monster that was backing them
Yeah.
and everything else. But it was good music. You got to give it to him.
Oh,
Definitely was good music.
by no shortage of talent did he make that success. There was definitely a lot of fire on that album.
Yeah, and it's crazy though because look how crazy the system works. Even when it comes to hip hop, even when you're a successful artist, right? Now, I don't know the full criteria of what it is to be certified platinum, but I thought you sold 1 million records, you get certified platinum, right?
Yeah.
He sold 13 million records and he's only certified platinum 9 times. So in 20 plus years, he has not hit diamond yet, although he has sold over 13 million records.
Right.
So I'm wondering how that works.
Because it's not 13 million of one project. It's 9 million of one, and then however many of another, and you know what I'm saying. So combined total is probably 13 million. So I would think that he sold more than 13 million records.
No, but it's 13 million records on just the Get Rich or Die Trying. That's
So how
not
can
including
so
the
how can
sales
he sell? So how can he
of the
sell
Mac.
9 million and then 13 million?
He sold. I don't know how it worked. All I know is that he was talking about it, and he was basically reminiscing this week, and he has the right to reminisce. He has the right to reminisce, and they said that there has only been a handful of hip hop albums that have ever gone diamond.
Yeah, that's true.
So he will
Lauren Hill
be.
just did it with with her album. Just we were just talking about that. What few shit like 3 shows ago or 2 shows ago, something like that. Just
Yeah,
recently she did it. Miseducation,
yeah.
and that's
So
been what years, 10 years or some shit like that.
So you think about it, it's crazy how they calculate all this stuff. But I'm noticing a lot of the late '90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, artists are really coming out and talking the game. Now they're really speaking the game. They're out there and they're talking the game, and they're talking about you need people to do audits when you sign the major labels because these people that do audits find the money that you're supposed to get, but they hid the money from you and they throwing
Mhm.
you a check where somebody found an auditor found $600,000 that was owed to the artist by the label.
Mm,
And this particular artist was able to get out of his deal at Universal
uh-huh.
because he said, if you don't let me out my deal, I'm gonna go to every artist at this label and I'm gonna let them know
Mhm.
what an audit is. And they say,
Right.
here you go, you out of your contract.
Mm. Just
So
like that.
just like that. So you know, the power of the pen is real. The power of paperwork is no joke, man.
Well, knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? If you know better, they always say if you knew better, you do better. So you know, think about it. He didn't have that information previously, but when he got it, he was able to put it to good use. You know, and it was so scary that he had that knowledge. He could he used that shit like a weapon. And
Hmm.
he threatened to take that knowledge and share it with somebody else so that they would have the knowledge. That's how valuable it was that they was willing to pay him to keep that shit on the low.
They say, here you go. Here you
Here you
go,
go.
wherever you want.
Here
Do
you
whatever
go.
you want to do.
Yeah,
We're
right.
gonna leave your ass
Don't.
alone.
No. It was like,
Yo,
no, no.
but that's a wonderful
No.
thing, man. That's wonderful. I definitely I de- I definitely appreciate the OGs sharing what they're sharing now. Because for a
Yeah,
long time there was no communication with the industry, you know, between them and the industry. Everything was like top secret, on the low, how they got their money, if they was getting their money, if they was getting robbed, if the deals was messed up. Nobody ever
yeah,
knew. And
yeah,
now it's just all coming out now. All of
yeah.
it's coming.
It's being told. Yeah, for real.
So I
You know,
definitely,
we got these cameras everywhere now, so a lot of stuff is coming out that didn't come out before.
yeah. So what else we got going on, bro? I know. Oh, before we even get into anything else, I've come across some information. Now,
Mhm.
you know, it has to do with this vaccine. Now, we all know we got the COVID-19 vaccine. We got a couple of companies making it, Johnson and Johnson and all these other companies. And United States is doing what they do very well
Yeah,
because the United States, you know, of course, the United States is going to try and control the distribution of the vaccine, not just in America, but around the world. And there has been talks with South America that they're saying they will be required, right, to get the vaccine, but the only way they can get the vaccine is if they allow the United States of America to occupy portions of South America. So you give us your land
uh,
or you get no vaccine.
uh,
The biggest bully in the world is the United States of America. We go and we fuck shit up everywhere.
believe that.
And
We trust that.
we're doing it with the vaccine, which is, to me, makes me think a little deeper of this virus being more political than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things changed based upon this virus, right? Because all in all, this is just a virus. Although it may be deadly, but there's millions of viruses that are out there.
Yeah,
Just this one just happened to get widespread.
yeah.
So it's one of those things. It's just crazy. But the United States got their finger in everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
we putting our fingers in everything. So
Yeah.
yo, just be
What's the
careful. I know
vaccine?
Wendy Williams and
I was
Doctor
just
Oz.
about to bring that up. Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. You seen that? You seen that back and forth?
Yes,
Wendy
yes.
Williams says she ain't having it. She's not taking the vaccine. That's it. Point blank. Period. I'm not fucking with it. She says she don't trust it. Dr. Oz was trying. Dr. Oz was trying to. He was trying to reel it in. Like, well, why aren't you taking it? If some people that you took it and they survived and there was no side effects, would you take it then? She was like, nope, I'm not taking it. She was like, I'm not taking the vaccine. That's it. Period. Like
She
dead
stuck.
that
She
shit,
stuck
dude.
to how she felt,
Yo, she
and what
stuck to
she
her
was going
fucking
to do.
guns, yo.
She
Shouts
said
out to Wendy
no.
Williams for that.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah,
She definitely stuck to her guns,
she sank that
and
nigga.
actually trying to
She
block that
sank
video.
Dr. Oz's. She sank Dr. Oz's battleship. You got the video?
I, you know what? I could probably pull
Oh,
it
I
up.
thought okay, I thought you
No,
had it
but I'm
on deck. I
saying
was about
they're
to say,
trying to
oh man.
block that video from
Oh,
actually circulating
of
as
course, of
much as it
course. You
did.
know that. Yeah, you know that. You know they definitely trying to block that. But they're also putting out dual information. You know what I'm saying? That's shooting themselves in the foot. And I probably shouldn't say this because they're probably listening to us. But they're saying that there's no real way to determine what the side effects are going to be, to any vaccine for that matter, not just this one, until a certain number of people have been vaccinated. And then, you know what I mean? Then they can do the numbers, they can do their numbers and see what, side effects and how people have been affected by it. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
at the same time that they're putting this information out to the public, they're also doing a campaign to try and push this shit to black and brown people like expeditiously with the swiftness. I heard an advertisement somewhere say that um, for black people getting the vaccine is, and quote, now this is a quote, is racial justice. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean.
yeah. What
Yeah,
does
exactly. Yeah, that was my face too. Like what? Like
like what?
so, so basically, it's where you want me to be justice. You want me to get racial justice now, but every system damn near is set up so that people that you are trying to pump this vaccine to with the quickness don't get a leg up.
Yeah,
Now all of a sudden you're in a rush to help my people with the vaccine. I was born
mm.
that night, not last night.
For
You know
real,
what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Like
You
Flavor
know
Flav,
when we think
Flavor
about
Flav, Flavor Flav used to say, "My vision ain't blurry."
it, like it's one of those things where we all know, um, being black, being African American, being of African descent, there are some things that we're susceptible to. So it's easy to create some type of vaccine or some type of medicine or some type of injection that will target those things that predominantly affect us. Just like if COVID was made in a lab and distributed in the masses around the world the way that it was, and if it was to target the old and to target the minorities, right? The first thing they said was, if you have diabetes, if you have heart conditions, if you have high blood pressure, COVID will be deadly, right? So what 90% or 80% or 70% of black households, there are people that have high blood pressure. They have, all these debilitating diseases that affect them in this way. They would, and if we go to that theory, the conspiracy theory of it was made in a lab to target certain people, we're the ones that don't go to the hospital. We're the ones that don't have the proper health care. We can't afford health care because of the systemic situation of lower wages and everything else. So we live in poverty, so we can't afford the best doctors. So it just falls into that situation. But that could get real crazy, and that conversation could go all the way left. But I do have now. I don't know. I do have a video. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to play it. So here we go. All right. Boop, 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 boop. And hopefully this is the one. We got a whole commercial going on right now.
Yeah, you know how they do you.
From her notorious celebrity feuds to her very public divorce and shocking health emergencies, I've always known my friend Wendy Williams' journey would make a riveting must-watch movie.
This shit
Today,
is
my
classic.
colleague will tell her story like never before, and only in the way that she could. She's opening up about healing from losing her mom in a challenging year that nearly broke her. Wendy joins us now via Zoom. Oh my goodness, Wendy. Well, first of all, how you doing? I mean, that is powerful stuff.
It's good. Don't be so dramatic and sad. I'm laughing at that scene because I knew all along that I was going to divorce him and it was going to be epic. I knew that he would no longer be working at this show, allowed on this block, allowed at the building that I live in now, part of I knew. It just took many, many years. Even when I said, if you ever cheat on me again, I swear. I had already had divorce lawyers in place. your particular situation, because my situation is not like yours or like your best friend's. How many children do you have? Can you afford to take care of you and your
happened to you?
Well, the paramedics that showed up immediately after I woke up to be on quarantine, and we liked each other enough, and then he became, well, his true self, which, you know, this COVID has shown a lot of people's true selves.
You're getting to it. You're getting warm. You're getting warm.
Get warm.
Mehmet, you know you're a very sexy man.
So, are you planning on getting your vaccine?
Here we go.
No.
No, I don't trust it. I've never gotten flu shot either, though.
Look at his face. Look at his face, son.
Doctors on my team talk to me about, Wendy, we'll get the flu shot. I've never had the flu. I'm not getting a flu shot. I very rarely get a cold. I never have headaches. I don't take an aspirin because I feel like a murmur or something like that. I'm not getting, no, I don't trust it. There, I said it.
I disagree. I think the vaccine is safe. It was studied carefully. 75,000 people didn't have any major issues. Tens of millions of people are getting it now, not seeing big problems. And I got to say, it's worked so well. I think it is a very wise move. Which is
he got to pump it. He got to pump it. You know, that's his job.
So are there questions that I can answer for you?
So like, I don't give a fuck. No.
About it. I've seen you talk about it a lot. I've read your site. I see you talk about it. I've seen you talk about it with Rosanna and Lori and everybody. And you know what? Maybe, and I'm not saying I get it for this reason, but if there was a woman who was Black like me, who worked in a stressful job, but also did not wear that stress at home. You know, this is a stressful job, but I know how to go home and, you know, just let the stress go. If she would have to be like me. She would have to be like me and my age, because that vaccine affects different people.
Please don't mistake my confidence for arrogance.
Fuck.
I am so confident because I do everything.
All right, you gotta cut that shit, money. We advertising for other people now.
We got muscles going on.
We ain't getting no money for that.
So
anyway, but y'all get the gist of it. I mean, she basically said, nah.
Yeah, she said nah. She said no. She said she's not doing it. Now, you know what I hate? I said, you know what I hate? When you talk to people, right? You know, especially politicians. Politicians are real good with this, right? Yeah. They thought he was like 75,000 people have taken the vaccine and had no issues. Right. But how many people have taken it in total? How many people got all the way fucked up? Why is it you ain't telling me that? I might not be the 71,001 that be good. I might be the 71,001 that get all the way jacked up from it.
And I'm gonna tell you something, Pete Money. It's probably a lot more of those cases than they would like to admit. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing everything they can to sweep that shit under the rug, because they know if that information gets out to the public, boy, because they rushed it through. You know what I mean? And a lot of that, and you know, let's keep it all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? They rushed it through for political reasons. You know what I mean? It wasn't for, oh my gosh, let's hurry up and get this out here because, you know, people are dying. It wasn't that. As much as we like to think that it was that, it wasn't that. It was, yo, step on the gas. Come on, get this shit done. Get this shit done. You know what I mean? Now it's coming out that the president and the ex-president and the ex-first lady, they got the vaccine like first. They got the shit super early. Super early.
They had got something that the regular people ain't getting.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but the point is they got the vaccine like first. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't say anything about it.
Right.
And they were saying if he would have just came out and said, hey, we got the vaccine early. I got the shit because I'm the president. You know, you should go out and get it too. You know what I mean? Then more people would have probably went out and got vaccinated. But, you know, people's apprehension is normal.
those magma motherfuckers, right? Make America great again. Like, all those motherfuckers would have went and got it, right? Only because he said it, right?
Yeah.
So we would have been all right, because not for nothing, I think a lot of that shit got spread by them, especially because they was, in massive groups, no mask, doing what they was doing,
Going to those rallies and shit.
all the rallies and all that bullshit. They were being reckless with it, especially because the president was very lackadaisical with it. He was just like, whatever, laissez-faire attitude.
It's gonna disappear. Soon it's gonna disappear like a magic trick.
Right. Like that motherfucker. Like it's just
like, come on, B.
It drove me crazy to see a president not take something that was affecting the United States in that way. Like I understand
affecting the world.
Affecting the world.
Yeah.
But you in charge of one country, so your main focus is this country. It was more about the economy and everything else. He was being a businessman, and he was like, fuck it, casualties of war. Whoever dies, only the strong survive type shit. It was a real big attitude like that, but real businessman attitude.
Speaking of that, it's perfect. I'm glad that you brought that up. Perfect segue to Mississippi and Texas have now lifted all the COVID restrictions in those states. No mask mandate. Businesses can open up 100%. So, all you Q folk, I ain't gonna say the name because I know the algorithm. I don't want them jamming us. You know what I'm saying? All you Q folk and all you supporters of the all you Trump pansies and everybody that's down with the big lie and all of that stuff. Go on down to Texas and and Mississippi. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
To get your business on and get your fun on and get your drink on and do all of that stuff right there. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, those are gonna be COVID hotspots in about 5 minutes. You heard what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In about 5 minutes.
Yo, and shout out to the homie Big Fee and Black Thompson in the building.
In the building.
In the building doing their thing.
Yeah, bye.
I had an interview with Big Fee and Black Thompson just last week. And yo, definitely a joint, right? Make me feel like it's a dope joint. These are people that are about their business. They're about their music and they do what they do. And you started talking about Texas and what was the other state?
Mississippi.
They're in Vegas and California.
Yeah.
So they're real close to that. So this stuff is going to start to trickle
into other states. No doubt.
So the neighboring states are going to start to follow.
Sure.
Because we all know it's a political money thing, right?
Yep.
We all know that Texas, it's not far-fetched that Texas did what they did because
they already
Texas
on some other shit.
All the way fucked up from some snow.
Yeah, they already on some other shit in Texas.
Right. So Texas got all the way shut down from an inch of snow. Well, I call it an inch of snow because it ain't no New York snow.
Right? Well, it was a cold ice storm too. So
right,
a winter storm.
Right. So they had their little issues and stuff like that, and so now they're gonna try and recoup. Right. The economy. Whoever's in charge is gonna say, "Yo, we need to figure out what we need to do to fix this, how it is, and whatever," similar to what the president was doing, right? And now it is going to trickle. But there's something else that we spoke about off air that we're hoping that also trickles, just like the COVID restrictions actually trickle. There's something that we was talking about in far as reparations. So you want to speak on that real quick?
Oh yeah, so there's a city outside of Chicago, and I want to get the right name. It's going to be the first city in the U.S. to fund money towards hold on, let me just read it here. I don't want to fuck it up. Shouts out to the Shade Room. It's Evanston, Evanston. They're committing $10 million over the next decade to repay their black residents for the wrongdoings and losses incurred by generations due to systemic racism.
Yeah.
So,
Yo, shout out to Sexy Vibes on Twitch. Right. Shout out to Sexy Vibes on Twitch. Yo, we on Twitch too, y'all. So I'm just letting you know, shout out to Sexy Vibes for checking in. And like she said, Alabama and Texas open up because it's too expensive to stay shut down. So
yeah, so shouts out. So we got to shout out Evanston, because I mean that's monumental. That's the first, like you said, let's hope it's a trend that starts and continues, because it only takes one to to get the ball rolling.
yeah, and yo, that's all you
Mr.
need.
Parker in the building.
Yo, Carlos Park in the building, man. Yo, we got the love going on right now. Yo, we appreciate everybody that's tuned in, that's watching, and it's nothing but love.
So what you think about that, P Money? 10 million. They're going to be giving people money for housing and stuff like that, in increments, certain people.
Yo, I think that, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, right? And I'm not going to, and hopefully individuals can really understand what I'm saying without me getting into specific details. But we have individuals that, groups in this country, right, that actually get reparations for something that did not happen in the United States of America.
Oh yeah, all day that happens.
Right? So the individuals that were victims of racism, victims of slavery, victims of all the things that the black community and the black families are being susceptible to, us getting reparations should only be right. Now,
damn sure ain't wrong.
Thing, we gonna fuck it up anyway. We gonna fuck it up because we gonna get whatever money, and now you gonna see all these Bentleys and all these high-end cars in places that they shouldn't be. But that is also a part of the system failing us because we're not financially literate.
You're damn right about that. They don't teach that. They don't teach that shit in school to our kids like they should.
No, and we're learned to look rich rather than build wealth. Right? We give the appearance of wealth versus actually being wealthy. The American dream that they taught us, and they taught us this in school. I always remember: buy a house, red door, white picket fence. I don't know what the significance of the red door was.
It's the American dream.
Right? The American dream. The American dream, if you purchase a one-family home, it is not an asset. It is a liability. It takes money out your pocket. It does not generate income. Right? We're not taught the difference between a liability and an asset. We watch people, we watch other ethnic backgrounds purchase high-end products, but they don't put nothing in their name. They have corporations, right? It starts off with the corporation, which limits the liability, which makes it a tax write-off, right? Because they utilize that particular vehicle, that $100,000, $200,000 car, as advertisement or whatever it is to conduct.
It's a company car. It's a company car.
Right. They get to write it off. We buy it. We put it in our mama name. Mama collected Social Security. Right now, mama getting letters from the government talking about how you got a $200,000 car on your $800 a month Social Security check.
And you're getting food stamps.
Right. So we're looking at this situation, and it's because we don't even understand how the system wasn't set up for us to understand. But if we took the time out to learn it, we would definitely process it different and move differently. So
Education.
I just hope this is definitely a move in the right direction.
Yeah,
Definitely
for sure,
a move
for sure.
in the right direction.
Yeah,
But
man. So shouts out Illinois for that.
right, we just got to make sure that we educate our people enough that they do the right thing with it. We all know, the government knows when they sent out that stimulus check money, all the people that were in the ghettos that got that check, they stimulated the economy quick. That's why you couldn't find a PS5. That's why you couldn't find no used cars. When they added on that $600 extra onto the unemployment, people were going out buying used cars. They ain't know what to do with the extra.
That was a crazy time, man. That was a crazy time. You know, a lot of people, you know, a lot of our friends and family that was getting that unemployment, and they were doing the absolute wrong thing with the P money. They were just going to buy kicks with it, and you know what I'm saying, going out and you know, spending it on dumb shit and just not really stacking it. That was the time when you were supposed to take money and stack it. You know what I mean? You're supposed to take a big piece of that, put it away. Don't even look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're already in hard times if you're unemployed. You feel me? You're already going through a thing. So you're gonna just go ahead and blow the good source of money that you got. And you know, the money, people think the money is never gonna end. Whenever you're getting something for free, you must be dumb. That's why they call it free dumb. So you gotta learn to stack in a situation like that, so that you know when the rainy days come, you got that umbrella.
Yeah,
pick up what I'm putting down.
Yo, and it's just crazy, man. And I just hope, like I said, I just hope we do the right thing with it. I hope that this situation, as far as reparations, and you know what, the word reparations, when it comes to us, that's like a taboo word.
Yeah.
So they're probably gonna call it something else. They ain't gonna say it's reparations, right? Even Obama, after being out of the presidency for over 4 years, he said feel that we deserve reparations. He couldn't say it while he was in office, but he said it after he was out. There's a lot.
They should give us something. They should give us something and call it black tax.
Whatever they want to call it. Whatever they want to call it. Just imagine how it would be when the working man or companies, every time they file, they do payroll, and they send out those pay stubs. It says black tax on it. They be motherfuckers jumping on roofs like it's going like Wall Street crashed.
Yeah.
Like, no.
And that's the problem. That's why they don't want to do it, because excuse me, so many corporations would have to give up that money, and it's not going to hurt them. They got it. You know what I mean? Amazon and, you know what I'm saying, these big boys, they got it. Walmart and all these companies, it's not going to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? But they just don't want to give it up. You know, and then you still got those individuals at the top, you know what I mean, sitting in positions of power who still believe in the old way of thinking, you know what I'm saying, more and antiquated ideas about society and how things should work. So, you know, of course, they're not going to make it easy for people of color to get what's coming to them, you know, what they deserve, because they still have that, you know, that shit between the ears. But anyway, but you know, it's turning around, man, because what all of those people that voted for Trump and all of those people who stormed the Capitol have in common is that they're still stuck in the past. You know what I mean? They're still thinking of the way things were. They still want to live those times. They still want to be those patriots that carry the Confederate flag around and, you know, go against the grain and, you know what I mean, impose their will upon the government and make them listen to, you know, their views and take on their ideas and everything like that, instead of just saying, hey, you know what, we came to this motherfucker because we wanted to change, and everything must evolve. You know what I'm saying? In nature, everything evolves.
Yes.
So why wouldn't society evolve? Why wouldn't people's ideas about things evolve? Why wouldn't people grow and mature and get smarter and start to realize, hey, you know what? Maybe this color thing is just some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's some, white girls are saying, damn, there's some fine brothers over there. You know what I'm saying? And black dudes are saying, damn, there's some nice snow bunnies over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's too much of that shit going on. And you know what I mean? The teeter-totter is starting to lean towards you know what I'm saying? The brown side, for lack of a better term. So they scared of that, and they don't want to let go of that because they feel like they're going to lose power.
Right. And
that's
the influence and everything that they're able to do, they're afraid of losing it. Now, I don't know the exact term, but it's like 21 or something, that at home DNA testing thing to find out, how
23 and me and all of that.
23. All right, so I think that close, right? 23 and
another one. It's another one too. Ancestry.com or some shit like that.
Okay, so I've never done it, right? But my younger brother did it. So we have the same parents, so and everything else. So I'm sitting down, me and him talking, and he lives in Jersey. I live in NY. So he just happened to be at my pop's house and we chopping it up. And niggas like, yo. He's like, yo, P, you know what? We 60% Nigerian. And we got a cousin that's still in Nigeria. Right? But looking at me, you be like, oh, you just some light-skinned nigga from Puerto Rico.
Right.
But it's I'm more blacker than probably some of the darker motherfuckers that are darker than me.
Yeah, I feel you.
So you can't judge a book by its cover, but if the world actually sat there and did that and found out where they was from, I remember I don't know if it was Dr. Oz or whatever it was. There was a white supremacist that was 50% African.
Yeah.
Or 60, 70% African. But he hated black people. But it was what he was taught. But he didn't but it's ignorance that pushes this hatred. Ignorance.
Absolutely. It's and fear.
And fear. And fear of being inferior. And it's okay to be inferior. Not everybody's built to be on top. I'm sorry. Not everybody's built to be on top. But what they did during those times when they removed us from Africa, right? They didn't just remove just normal people. They removed kings and queens from their thrones and brought them to America and made them feel inferior. So when they speak about the royalty and us being kings and queens, we come from royal bloodlines when we talk about being in America. Because they took the kings and queens from Africa. North Africa, South Africa, West Africa, East Africa. But the only way you're gonna find out, and I'm not promoting 23andMe or Ancestry or anything like that. This is not a paid sponsorship, but
straight up, man, ain't giving us no check.
This is educating yourself to the point where you understand where you came from.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. You definitely want to know the essence.
The essence, and I'm fly. I think the other like 20% is Indian because I got that soft hair. Like
good hair. Got that good hair.
I got that good hair.
Indian in your family. But yeah, man, shouts out to Wendy Williams for keeping it real all the way, all the time. Have you heard about they're gonna reboot the Players Club? Are you up to speed on this?
No.
Yeah, they're talking about a reboot, and there was talk on the internet. I think Drea, the chick Drea, she said she wanted to play Diamond. So there was some talk, there was some chatter about that online. Then Jocelyn Hernandez chimed in and said no, she thinks that she should play Diamond. She would be a better pick for the role. Now, before I give my commentary, I just want to ask your opinion on this, P Money. What you think? Drea Michelle, is it Drea Michelle? I think her name is it Drea Michelle or Drea Nicole? I forget. I don't. I get these reality chicks so confused sometimes.
All right, Jocelyn Hernandez, right? We all know her from Love and Hip Hop, and
Stevie, what you mean, Stevie?
Right. So, you know, I don't think she could pull a diamond off.
Okay, why do you say that? What's your reason for that?
My reason is because, right, if we remember Players Club, right?
Yes, because I think I know where you're going with this. Go ahead. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I'm right behind you in the next call. Go ahead.
Although she was doing what she was doing, she was very reserved, very wholesome in the essence of whatever was going on. She was doing it for a reason or whatever. Jocelyn Hernandez, she is just too like, yo, I suck a dick for $1. I don't give a fuck. I'll bust it open. This is what it is. I gotta survive, bitches and niggas. That would
right.
So it would be hard for her to fall into that role of being someone that she is not, because she's known for being Jocelyn Hernandez. I was a prostitute. I did this. Yeah, I had to do this to survive. I was sucking dick and fucking niggas for money. That is her.
Right.
That's not Diamond.
Yeah. Right. So look.
That's just me. That's my opinion.
All right, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you these 2 points. Point number one. First of all, I think Jocelyn will be better suited playing the role of Ronnie. Remember Ronnie, the aggressive stripper chick that was, you know what I'm saying, that took her cousin under the wing and, you know, by her left at the party, all that bullshit. That would be perfect for her. That's her lane. Ronnie is her lane. You feel me? She don't need to fuck with Diamond. Now, Drea, yeah, she more suits the role. She's a little softer looking, you know what I'm saying? And she's more kind of like, you know, she can do the other part of the role, not just the, you know, when she's in the club, but when she's playing the college girl and all of that shit. She looks like a college girl. She could play that kind of a role. You know what I'm saying? I look at Jocelyn and I don't get that vibe. I don't get the college girl vibe from her at all. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing, point number two, why was she called Diamond in the first place? Do you remember from the movie P Money? I'm gonna tell you. Remember when she first came to the club, right? And she met Dollar Bill. You know what I'm saying? Bernie Mac, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? And Bernie Mac came through there and he was checking her out. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, you should turn around. And then J. Anthony Brown came in there and he was like, damn, she got ass. And he was like, yo, you start tonight if you want to. Remember that?
Yeah.
So she said that Dollar Bill gave her the name Diamond because her face was so pretty. And she said, but he never really looked at my face. Remember that? It's all coming back to you now?
Yeah.
Okay. So boom, we don't look at Jocelyn Hernandez and say, yo, her face is man pretty.
Nah.
We don't do that. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? She did, and don't get me wrong, she was a stripper, so I know she knows how to play the role. You feel me? As far as that part of the role goes, but does she have the angelic look that we're looking for in a diamond face chick? I wouldn't say she has a diamond face. I would say maybe she has a ruby face, perhaps a sapphire face, but not a diamond face. Shouts out to you, Johnson. You know we love you,
baby. Jocelyn Hernandez definitely has.
She's definitely that bitch.
Like she done been through some shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, she says she's been through some shit. So the face usually, you know, gives the appearance of life.
We gotta keep it all the way real. We gotta keep it a buck around here, bro. You know how we do it.
Yeah, although, you know, she got the body of a diamond.
Yes.
She got the face of charcoal.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
The
Right?
rough diamond. the rough.
Rough,
rough.
rough, right?
rough.
Put under enough pressure, but you know.
Oh my goodness.
Yo,
Man.
Josh, don't try and cancel us. We just
Nah, man, she ain't gonna cancel us, man. Shouts out to Lisa Ray too, because Lisa Ray heard about this whole thing. And she was saying, well, I guess they could do it. She says, but I don't know. She said, you got diamonds and then you got cubic zirconias. You know what I'm saying? She said maybe they could get a cubic zirconia, not another diamond.
Yeah.
So that was a classy lady like. That was wait. I'm sorry, again. I ain't gonna cut you off, P-Money.
There would never be another Lisa Reyes diamond. I don't think I've ever seen anyone in the essence of what Lisa Ray brought to the table and what Lisa Ray has brought in her appearance.
Yeah.
And her the way she brings herself to everything that she's in.
Yeah.
She is always respectable. She is always that, oh, if I was a woman, I would want to be like her.
Very ladylike, very classy.
So there hasn't been, or there's probably people that have come close, but not what Lisa Ray has brought to the table in everything that she's done since she came into the industry.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that there's going to be. I don't think and once again, this is not a slight, but I'm just saying, I don't think that Jocelyn Hernandez is going to be the one that's going to bring an elegance to that role the way that Lisa Ray did. She killed that shit. Not just with the, with the dancing and the, the stuff inside the club, but, outside of the club too. The whole thing, the story of her wanting to be a reporter, you know what I'm saying? Her dealing with the shit at home and, her cousin and her, the boyfriend and, there were multiple things going on and she had to wear many hats in that movie and she did it. She nailed that shit.
Yeah, she did.
I don't even think they should fuck with that movie, B. It's just certain movies that's classic and that you just should just leave alone, B. You know what I'm saying? Why you want to go back and fuck with the Players Club for?
You call it Players Club 2. Don't try and do a reboot. Call it Players Club 2 or something, a continuation. You change it. When you throw a sequel on something, it could be a continuation and everybody, the original people don't got to be in it.
Well, speaking of sequels, tomorrow, I think, it's tomorrow. Coming to America 2 will be out on because I think it's Amazon Prime.
Yo.
So all you Prime subscribers, y'all can check that out.
And for those of you that don't know, the main house in Coming to America 2.
Yes, let them know.
Rick Ross's mansion.
Oh.
So, yo, shout out to Rick Ross. Yo, shout out to the comedians, everybody that was in there. Some of the individuals that were on that show have been on this station for interviews, and we chopped it up, and we've had a good time. So, make sure you support that movie. It's been 80s or 90s Coming to America. What was that? 80s?
I
80s.
I want to say 89, maybe. I could be wrong. Perhaps it was later.
That's what I was thinking too.
No, hold on. Let me Google that shit right now. Because people screaming at the damn screen on their phone, like, what the fuck?
Coming to America, 1988.
There you go.
1988, Coming to America was the original release of the movie, 1988. So we're talking about 88, which is 40 years.
88, 98, 2008, 2018. So 30, was that 33 years, right?
33 years.
Yeah, 33 years.
Yeah, 33 years. Right?
Amazing.
To make a part 2 to a movie. Yo, that
Amazing.
is kind of crazy.
Amazing, B.
It's nobody even realized. It's 33 years. 33. Yo, shout out to Sexy Vibes in the building, man. Yo, you in the building. We appreciate you for tuning in, for showing the
Yes,
love.
sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely, we appreciate you. But 33 years rocking
Yeah.
hard body, right?
And people still wait. People still waiting for it.
Yo, and no lie, in Coming to America, the original, no one knew that Zamunda actually really existed. That is real.
It's a real
Zamunda
place.
is in Africa.
Yeah.
Zamunda's in Africa. They did their little play on the McDonald's thing. What was it?
McDowell's.
McDowell's, right? Right. We had
Yeah.
the McDowell's. It was black owned and all that. But 1988, they were sitting there and showing black excellence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. You got it. That's right, P. You're right. You're right.
They were showing it. Like, look,
Yeah.
he said, I'm gonna go to Queens to find the queen. Like, that was real. Now,
and he found a black man at Jack McDonald's.
Right. So I lived in Queens.
Yeah.
So you have the essence of a queen. They may have the appearance of a queen, but under that they have the soul of a ratchet chick. So I'm just saying, I've been there. I understood what it was, and I'm like, oh, this is a little different, right? They look a little different because they live in houses and not tenements. You know.
Oh man.
But
shouts out to all the queens and queens.
Yo, shout out to all the real queens and queens, not the ones
that is something else, boy.
Perpetrate a fraud, catfishing out this motherfucker.
He said they have a soul of a ratchet.
Yo, but it's true.
Well, and you know, we got to be to keep it all the way above. You know, they have those everywhere, so it ain't just Queens. We can't be, you know, we can't bad talk Queens. We probably got some listeners out there, some subscribers. But yeah, you know, it's ratchet. It's ratchet everywhere, all over the world.
But we not bad talking Queens. I just know in New York, you had those sisters that be looking right. But when they open their mouths, the shit go left. It's like, why the fuck did you talk? Like you was good until you open your mouth.
Good until you open your mouth. Yo, so I gotta, you know, all my people that travel a lot, man. If you take JetBlue, I don't fly JetBlue. But they say that this is what I'm reading right now is they will not allow you to use the overhead bin for storage if you have a basic fare. They're eliminating access to the overhead. So if you got the basic fare, basically you got to bring a bag that's small enough to fit under the seat.
Yo,
it's crazy, beast. This pandemic gonna hit people in so many different ways, man, that they got to switch up and change up and come up with different things now to try and hit people in the pocket, man, because, you know, numbers is down. I understand, but damn, JetBlue, that's fucked up.
Yeah, JetBlue doing shit a little different right now. But
grimy. You grimy, son.
Grimy, for real. But tell me I can't put my shit in an overhead bin.
Oh, man. It was right there. Ain't nobody got nothing in there.
Because you charging me $30-$40 to check my shit in. So I made sure I put it on my shit so I can carry it.
I'll be like, yo, where the captain put his shit at? I bet you he using his overhead bin.
Yo, that's fucked
sir,
up.
He's flying the plane, sir. Of course he's entitled to the overhead bin.
Oh, that's man, crazy, yo, this shit is crazy. But yo,
nobody in the lobby yet?
Nah, nobody in the lobby yet. But yo,
all right, well, shit.
That new Fetty Stacks joint?
No. I didn't.
I got a new Fetty Stacks joint. It's called My City.
All right. We'll play
Right?
that, man. Let's hear it.
Right? It's featuring Black, right? So it's Fetty Stacks featuring My City. Oh, well, the title of the track is My City featuring Fetty Stacks, man. Fetty Stacks. What the fuck is wrong with me tonight?
Shouts out to Fetty Stacks.
Fetty Stacks, right? Shout out to the homie. Really
Long
make
time.
right? So that's
Yeah,
Fetty. That's Fedi. Stacks is Stkki, right? And then the homie that's on this track with him is Black. That's BLAC, no K. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get into this joint real.
Caesar.
Yeah,
it's the spot.
gang.
I can show you how it look, just like a fashion tip. And Fetty Stacks and Dawn, automatic semi-long. My city's moving wrong.
Turn it up, P Money.
Shine south to the north to the central. My state is official. My state is official. South to the north to the central. My state is official. My state is official. I've been sitting in the alleyway waiting for the fiends to stop by. On North Jersey City, bound to hear some shots fly. A robbery, attempted murder, that was just a good day. When you hear about a nigga died, niggas look the other way. Black lives matter, but niggas die every day. The OGs fooling kids right up under the shade tree. I can't believe I'm from the city, but the city raised me. I ran from the police, them beatings didn't faze me. 4 brothers, 3 sisters, a whole bunch of cousins too. My mom's had the worst life, stealing food from ShopRite. I sold drugs my whole life, didn't know how to weigh a gram, but it kept my family from eating that cold rice. You know I had to pay the price. My pops wasn't never there, but when he was around was after Christmas, wiping mama tears, saying everything was gonna be alright. But then he tripped and bounced out the same night. I can feel it in the air, but my vision's more accurate. I can show you how it look, just like a fashion tip. And Fetty Stacks and Dawn, automatic semi-long. City's moving wrong, but I still want my state to shine. South to the north to the central, my state is official. My state is official. South to the north to the central, my state is official. My state is official.
Born and raised in LaGrange, beat the map, beat the population. Full of money, full of love, full of motivation. And for the haters, that's a whole nother situation. I send the troops that come through it with no hesitation. Me and Fetty on a mission and it's getting completed. I see a vision where my reefer, Lord knows I need it. See in LaGrange, I was taught, never ask why. Just move forward with your plans, so let it pass by. And if you fail, don't blame it on that man there. Get off your ass, make it right, and gon' get out of there. I think the law Black always been hater proof. The shooting fit me, dog, that's why I gave the shoe to you. I hit the blocks every day with my same crew. That's super rhyme, Ted Bundy, y'all know how I do. Partying, bullshit, live the street life. Make money, roll dice, live the street life. Okay, keep my city streets, I ain't gotta think twice. I keep my city streets, I ain't gotta think twice. I keep my city streets, I ain't gotta think twice. Yeah, 566, I'm a one-stop line. Keep my city streets, I ain't gotta think twice. Keep my city streets, I ain't gotta think twice. Keep my city streets, so I ain't gotta think twice. Yeah, 566, I'm a one-stop line.
I can feel it in the air, but my vision's more accurate. I can show you how it look, just like a fashion tip. And Fetty Stacks and Dawn, automatic semi-long. My city's moving wrong, but I still want my state to shine. South to the north to the central, my state is official. My state is official. South to the north to the central, my state is official. My state is official.
Yeah, yo, that was Fetty Stacks, man.
Okay.
My City. Yo, you already know, man. Yo, support the king. Yo, support the king, man, because yo, he be out there, he be grinding.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, yo, you gotta grind. You definitely gotta grind. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta get to the chicken.
Yo, and you know, when I tell you, there's one thing I'll tell you about Fetty, right? Fetty is a real humble dude, man. And I reached out to him and I was like, yo, I got an opportunity for you, yo. I want to link you with XYZ ABC. He's like, yo, I'm with it.
Right.
And he plugged himself in. He did what he had to do, man. And he showed love. he definitely showed love. So I gotta give it to Fetty for doing what he do. And the way we do shit. So we gonna make sure that we keep it moving and do what we do.
And show love to those that need showing love too. That's
Right.
why I always say to all our guests when they come on the show that we interview and that bring us music, that we fuck with. If you come on this show and we tell you we fuck with you, you know what I'm saying, and you send us music, after your show, after your initial interview, you send us music that you just releasing or whatever. We're gonna make sure that shit get played. It's definitely gonna get heard. You know what I mean? It's gonna get heard on this platform.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of DJs and different uh talents, no pun intended, that do shows on the platform. So, somebody's gonna hear it, they're gonna like it, they're gonna want to play it on their show, or they're gonna want to play it at their event or whatever the case may be. So, shouts out to all of the artists that come through, man, and continue to bless us with the new music and show us love and get us more subscribers and get us more views and everything like that. And we're gonna continue to support you guys and bless you with the with all the with all the spins. I guess you could still call them spins, with all of the streams. You know what I'm saying? And the masses can hear you. You know what I'm saying? One hand wash the other, both hands wash the face.
And that's a fact. Like I was about to say that. So it's one of those things, man. And I can't even tell you. There's 52 weeks in the year, and we've probably in the last 3 years probably done more than over 200 interviews with independent and mainstream artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like no lie. Like we've had multiple artists come on the show at one time, anywhere from one artist to four artists at one time. Like we've rocked.
And it'll be a good day when we can finally get back in the studio and have guests again, and you know what I'm saying, interact and pop a bottle with our guests and stuff like that, like we used to. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get back to that. Y'all just hold on tight. We all gonna get through this pandemic shit. Just please continue to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Mask up when you go out. You know what I'm saying? Wash your hands and stay the fuck away from people, man. Stop standing so damn close when you're online at the grocery store. I'm talking to all you. Stop that shit, man.
Yeah, and it started to change, and it's unfortunate. Typically, we did shit, when everything first started out. Now we're reverting back to what we consider normal, and we're back not wearing masks. Like I still see people outside not wearing masks. I still see people, all up on you, like, yo, bro, why you so close? Yo, shorty, why you so close?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going on? Like, please step back. I don't need you breathing on me.
Straight up.
But
get back, motherfucker. You don't know me like that. And you get ludicrous on your ass.
So, what we gonna get before we're still waiting for the guest. Guest hasn't checked in yet. I just reached out to the PR person, so that they supposed to.
I got a little. Always got some ghetto shit I can play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? Before you even get into that, yo, shout out to the Big Feeve and Black Thompson. I want to play their video again. Right? It is Make Me Feel Like. And when we come back, we could chop it up real quick. I want to know. I want to get your feedback on it. I want to get your feedback on it. I want to know.
No doubt.
So we're gonna get into that.
Okay. Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question real quick. Can you hear this?
Yes, I can. I can hear it.
You hear that? Oh, because last week we had no music playing. Some other fuck shit was going on, but we seem to have corrected issue. And this week, I am definitely going to play my man C Knowledge song "Love Is Love" because I tried to give him props last week and play it, but we were having technical difficulties. So after you play the video, we're going to come back, and I'm definitely going to get that off, and you know what I'm saying, give my man a proper salute.
Yeah. All right. So here we go.
Hey, she can do that. Cause she did it. Yep.
Wait a minute, I truthfully admit it. Never thought I'd see the time of my life when I'm committed. Big fee ball to the game, I run the city. Bad women toss my name like a prison. I ain't got time for the hate, I move quick. Money bag like deep in the safe, I drop bricks. Make a woman buck when being, I'm never average. That she go telling her friends cause I'm a savage. Big fee falling in love, y'all can have it. Now I'm talking family and marriage for 30 carats. It's nothing like finding a woman that you can cherish. Sexy mama truly deserved to live life. Black queen, truly amazed, what can I say? Now you catch me boarding the plane with an upgrade. 400 grand when we land in France. She gon' shop till she drop when I'm waving that fast.
It made me feel like chop 100 grand a month on your fashion. It made me feel like giving you the access code to my mansion. It made me feel like you're my queen and your king. It made me feel like buying that big fat diamond, buying that ring.
Your measures, your treasures. 38, 36 has been a pleasure. 26 in the waist mean hold on forever. BTW, I just wanna cuddle you. You the dream team, so I don't need to hug you. Call me every second, you can never be a bugaboo. Sexy in my Rolls Royce, keep a ninja loving you. I just wanna stack it when a ninja walking next to you. I know your worth, I felt your hurt. The mother thoughts come last and you come first. Can't wait to show you off in the family church with the extravagant hat and the matching skirt. St. Laurent boots with the Moai purse. Classy and foreverness, sexy on the highs list. Hotter than a bowl of grits sitting on my honor list. I just wanna let you know the decision was unanimous.
It made me feel like chop 100 grand a month on your fashion. It made me feel like giving you the access code to my mansion. It made me feel like you're my queen and I'm your king. You're my queen. It made me feel like buying a big fat diamond ring. Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. I'll buy you everything. Oh yeah. Whatever you like, whatever you want, girl. 'Cause you deserve it. Ooh, over again.
Yeah. And we back, yo.
Yo. Yo, I thought I heard everything, B. After he dedicated the whole song to the chick, he straight started whistling for the pussy at the end.
Yo, what? Yo, the crazy shit is, yo, yo the but yo, his whistle, like it fucked me up. Like his whistle really fucked me up.
It's like Mariah Carey doing that high note.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, what is that? Like it threw me for a whole loop.
Oh shit,
Right.
B. Yo, shouts out, man.
Yo, but he is like a true artist. When I was chopping it up with him, like he actually sang during the song. So it's not he sang live, like it's off of his phone.
Man, B.
He's
Motherfucker got me crying.
the whistle because, like I said, the whistle fuck. Like, yo, the whistle fuck. I was like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And
boy.
Right when you listen to it on the track, like with no visual, right? You listening to it. Like, I was trying to figure out if that was a flute or if it was whistling. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is fire. Yo, like fire for real. Like it's one of those things that you just like, what the hell?
It surprises you. It jumps out and shocks you. Yeah. You're ready for it. Catches you off guard like a motherfucker, man.
And he's not.
B,
And he's from Compton. Well, actually, both of them are from Compton.
Wow, man. Wow.
Both of them are from Compton. But Big Feeve is in Las Vegas, and Black Thompson is still in Compton. But Black Thompson actually produces music, so he's a music producer.
Gotcha.
But he still does his thing, and you know the appearance. I get the Rick Ross kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like he gave me the Rick Ross vibe, but when he opened his mouth, I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, his voice definitely is.
His voice, when you sit there and you put those two together, like the voice and the appearance, they don't go, which is also very surprising.
But I mean, the song was good. You know, so there's nothing wrong with the track and everything. It's just that motherfucking whistle at the end, bro. That shit caught me out there, man. I just started rolling when I heard that. I ain't stopped laughing from the time I heard that and then till we started talking.
Yo,
man, woo.
Some shit, bro.
I almost popped the rib in here, boy.
And you know what he did tell me, that he subconsciously whistles. He didn't mean to do that. That's why he laughed after he whistled.
Yeah. Wow. So there was an involuntary whistle.
Right. So he was just vibing with the track. And then he started laughing. And that's how it ended up at the end of the track, bro. Yo, real shit. Yo, super dope, man. Super dope, man. Shout out to
How about that, man?
Yo,
word, man. With the moist, definitely had the bottled water in the booth. They had the crisp whistle.
yo, but shout out to them, man. Yo, they grinding, they hustling hard.
All right, so I want to play this Love Is Love, man. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had our man C Knowledge come through. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might know him from Diggable. When he went by the name, what was his name, P Money?
Oh fuck. Because
Doodlebug
calling him C Knowledge for the whole fucking show.
He was Doodlebug or something like that.
Doodlebug.
Doodlebug, yeah. He was Doodlebug from Diggable Planets. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying, you don't know who Diggable Planets is, please Google it. You'll see. But you know, he's back doing his thing under the new name C Knowledge. And you know, we had a great interview with him. You know what I'm saying? We got to listen to some of the new music. And like I said, last week I was just wanting to, you know, show love and throw the track on, and we was having a little issue. But we back now. So without further ado, I'm gonna throw on from the I'm gonna make sure I say the name correctly. The Caladelphian is the name of that project. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go out there and look for that. C Knowledge, the name is Love Is Love is the name of the track. All right.
Here we go, y'all.
Caladelphians, please put your hands together for the incomparable Miss Ursula.
This is one DJ you don't want to fuck with.
It's like East Coast winter cold.
And it should not, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Shouts out C Knowledge.
Always new. No matter how or what we do. Love is sweet and exciting as a shiny pair of red shoes.
Need less hate, more love.
And tempting like the bluest blues. Love is top down, sun bright, breeze nice, sounds right. While we cruise. Let's talk about love.
Yeah. I live this life to love. I love my life, so I live and give it all I got to survive the city blocks to survive the city cops while overcoming the social roadblocks. But sometimes, man, the struggle gets murky, and sometimes your loved ones do you dirty. But sometimes you gotta ask yourself, can I forgive and forget? I don't know, that shit is hard to do. That shit is hard to do, true. But yo, life is too short to get caught up in all these whole games. Having Twitter beefs with these wacky ass no names. Each one teach one, it takes one to know one. Can't put the blame on no one else without looking at myself. Word. But can I really look within without acknowledging my own sins and the pain I inflicted on my own kin? When it comes to love and hate, the line is thin. Word. But yo, love is love, and your brother do the bug. It's back with the most beats, the whole planet love. Yeah, the whole planet love. Word. Come on. Yo, Mose, you crazy for this one, youngin'. Once again, it's on, on and on and on and on. What the world needs now is more L-O-V-E, like the feeling that you get when you're hearing my CD. To some, yo, it come real easy. The rest gotta work, get it hard to get it free. Word. I'm talking like the Mary J. Blige type. The realest real love, make a brother wanna act right. I found love through art, music, and pretty faces. Some of y'all working for love in all the wrong places. Where love has no basis in truth. It's similar to a tree that bears no fruit. So my advice that water the roots, and let's get back to the basics and teach the youth that love is the truth that'll set you free. Music is the conduit to help you see, as the words syncopate with the melody and manifest what the all in all aspires to be.
Yes, yes, yes. Love is not to ever be challenged, abused, or misused, cause love ain't got nothing to prove. To tell the truth,
Let it
I
ride.
don't know what love is. I just know it saves, it helps, it heals, it gives, love lives, I feel it. Love gives, love lives, love just is. Love
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Come on, sucker. Let's get it on.
That's what I'm talking about. We need more love. Need more love. Shouts out C Knowledge. Glad I could get that on for him. You know what I'm saying? Good brother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all go support. Yeah. I was gonna go right into some ignorant shit, but I ain't wanna, you know what I'm saying, take any time away in case you wanted to touch on something. You heard about Pop Smoke's album, longest running #1 hip hop album, R&B hip hop album on Billboard since 1990. It's official. It's in the books.
It's sad that he had to get killed for it, but
sadly, that's when your popularity seems to skyrocket. You know, look at what happened with you know, XXX Tentacion after his passing, after his, you know, untimely demise. All of his music, you know what I'm saying, started to blow. Same with what's old boy, I don't want to misquote his name. Was it YNB Duck? One of them, the young, his music, you know, King Von's music, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle's music, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? It just seems to be a trend, unfortunately.
Well, we
but
only
Nip
support
Nip was
murdered.
It seems that way, right? But Nip was fire before his passing. You know what I mean? That last album that he put out when he got nominated for that Grammy, and I think it was Cardi B that won the Grammy that year. Nip should have got that Grammy. You know what I'm saying? I said that the night of the Grammys when they was giving out the awards. I said that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not no bandwagonist. I'm not jumping on his dick. I'm not, you know, jumping on a trend because everybody else is, you know, riding a wave, whatever. I was, you know what I'm saying, a long time fan of that music. From the time I heard the album, I was like, pound for me and the plug was talking about it. We was like, yo, pound for pound, Nip got one of the best albums this year for that year. And when he got nominated for that award, I said to myself, yo, he gonna win this award. And then they fucked around and gave it to Cardi or whoever it was that won that year. I think it was Cardi.
Yeah.
You know, that's the machine. You know how it goes. So Drake's dropping something new, dropping an EP. Plug told me that today.
But do you think Drake still got it?
Man, listen. Every time this kid comes out with something, he raises the bar. You can't tell me whenever Drake drops something that you don't notice how other artists all of a sudden just start. You know what I'm saying? He puts the battery in it for some artists. I think. You know, the same way. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you an example. The subliminals of how artists try to keep up with each other. Remember the verses that 2 Chainz and Rick Ross did?
Yeah.
And Rick Ross had the masseuse come out and he was getting a massage during the verses and all that. So 2 Chainz just did his Tiny Desk concert. I don't know if you're familiar with these. They are NPR Tiny Desk, but he's doing them from home, obviously, because of the pandemic. And he was at his salon that he owns, and he was getting a pedicure while he was doing his concert. You feel me? So a lot of people were saying when he did that verses with Ross that Ross came out, you know, on top, and he kind of took a offense to that. I seen a couple of interviews that he did after the fact, and he was tight about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He may not admit it, but I you know body language. You know how to read people when you see. You know what I'm saying? And he was tight about that shit. So in the back of his mind, he was like, "Fuck that! Next time I get a chance, I'm gonna I'm gonna do some crazy. Fuck it, I'm gonna just get a pedicure while I'm getting my. You know what I'm saying? So there's still an element of competition amongst MCs out there, you know, especially the bigger artists that, you know, they trying to keep up with each other and outdo each other. So Drake dropping something is definitely going to spark a lot of new music, you know what I'm saying, which is going to be cool. Because I think we need that right now.
Yeah, because, you know, Drake has influence in the game for a while now.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
I just
supposed
don't
to be
know.
an EP.
But sometimes for me, it's like when an artist's been on top for so long, they lose that oomph in their projects because they're not hungry no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Drake ain't here for no money. Drake ain't none of that. Like he's just doing something to do it. Maybe just do something. But I could be wrong, way off base with this.
Yeah.
But you know, like it even happened to Wayne, right? So we got 2 individuals from the same camp, where Wayne would put out music just to put out music, but Wayne's been making money since he was a teenager, so it wasn't he was putting out music to really change the game or do something different.
Yeah,
like Wayne could get away with saying some wild, crazy shit, and it should be totally like, yo, what the fuck you just said?
Yeah, that's true. Because he's an alien.
Right. So it could be the same thing for Drake. Like we haven't had some Drake shit in a minute. So we're gonna fly because of what we had. So you know, it'll go platinum, double platinum, triple platinum, whatever. But
yeah, the streams is gonna be crazy. But this is just the EP. This is just a few songs, probably EPs are usually like 5 songs, 6 songs, yeah, something like that. So it's gonna be a short, just a little morsel. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the album, I think it's called Certified Lover Boy. That's still on its way. So this is just this is just gonna be a precursor to that, I suppose. But me Plug was also talking about, he got a song with Benny, or he's got music with Benny. So we were saying, I wonder if he's gonna drop one of those songs on there, one of the songs he got with Benny the Butcher on this project that's coming.
Yo, and like we was talking about earlier, motherfuckers pop after they gone.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of people that didn't even know of Benny the Butcher, right? When he was here. But Benny the Butcher was making music and he was going hard with it for years. Years. I just hope, and this is just me being a father, me being a businessman, me being an individual. If I put hard work in, I worked with you, you gonna eat off. I'm not here no more. You gonna eat off of what we did together. I hope you do the right thing and make sure that my kids eat, because when I'm doing whatever I do, I'm doing to build a legacy and make sure that my kids is good. Right? My kids got to be good. So if I'm on, if Drake is about to drop some joint with Benny the Butcher, this is one of those things that the family should eat off of it, because we already know Drake is on it, so we already know what the numbers is going to do. So we need to make sure that everybody eats.
I'm sure. You know, you talking like Benny is gone, nigga. He's still here. He's still alive. You know what I mean? He gonna get his money. You know that.
But I'm just saying, like,
but that Griselda, I'm more interested in that Griselda shit that's gonna be coming soon. You know what I mean? Because there's been talk ever since people have seen pictures of the three of them together again, like they broke up or some shit. The talk is amongst them is, they family, you know what I'm saying? That's never gonna get broken up. So everybody's
distancing, right?
It's social distancing. It was keeping it safe. That's all, you know what I'm saying? But I'm quite sure they got heat coming, and it's gonna be collaborative, to say the least. I know everybody's gonna be involved with everybody's shit, you know what I'm saying? And I think the public is definitely thirsty and ready for another a song or another project with the three of them on it all together collectively, not just two here, two there. We need those bars, and we need that boom, 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 boom. We need all that.
It definitely need that.
Yeah.
But I think that music has taken a turn, and the majors are scared.
They cut out.
Scared, and they trying to find their way back in with Spotify, Mixcloud, all these other platforms talking about. I got an email today talking about I think it was from Spotify. I want to say it was from Spotify. We're paying artists now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right, that's great. We're paying royalties. We're doing this. We're doing that. But again, as we was talking about, it takes that one person to do it, that one entity to do something, to have everyone else follow. So with the residuals that we will get eventually, to artists being paid correctly for their music and the streams and everything else, YouTube, everybody's gonna start to catch up. I'm in a fight with YouTube right now. I'm like, yo, I don't know what y'all calculating, but the numbers ain't adding up. Talk to me. I haven't got a response yet.
Yeah.
But they sitting in, they playing games, because they can sit there and throw an ad on what we do, but we ain't getting residuals on it.
Oh no.
And they collecting the money.
Can't have that. But we'll keep that behind the scenes, because we don't want lights start turning off and shit right now.
Because usually be like, I say something
like 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? This thing on?
Yeah. So
Smurder's home.
Yeah, Smurder's definitely home. Right? Smurder's home. Yo, shout out to Smurder. He got released. Shit. What was that? That wasn't this week. That was the week before.
Last week, yeah.
That was last week. He definitely shouted out his homeboy, right, from Migos. Wow, I can't remember who it was, but he was a dude that was there for him, ride or die the whole 5
6 years.
right?
6 years.
6 years that he was locked up.
That's your guy. That's your guy.
He kept it true, and we don't have that no more. We don't have it no more in the culture.
You be hard pressed to find a female that's gonna ride with somebody they hold bid, let alone a homeboy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
just don't happen.
It's definitely different when it comes to a dude rocking with you, from female rocking with you, just anybody rocking with you when you're incarcerated. It's definitely different, and we know Smurder caught that charge based off of his lyrics, right? They took that and said it was a confession.
Yeah.
A confession to what was going on, to the crimes they was trying to solve. And based on your interpretation or your perception of what is being said, you could be indicted for all types of shit. Half the shit we say on this show, like, we could be considered like, for real.
They coming.
Yo, for real, like the shit that we say on this show, we could be considered homegrown terrorists, right? Anti-government, whatever the fuck you say, we can be put in that category. But it's,
they'll come knock on the door. They'll come knock on the door.
Right.
If we get too far too fast, they'll be knocking on the door.
Right, but they've been giving us warnings. They give us warnings. They're like, yo, we're just gonna shoot you down. We're just gonna cut your feet. Like, we're gonna do that. Right? The algorithm says cut the feet.
Remember we used to get cut all the time, P Money, when they used to just hit us like whip. when we was in the spot in the borough, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And we would be gone.
Yeah, we used to get cut a lot over there.
So, it's crazy because we don't look at it that way. And we said that, technical difficulties. Nigga, this ain't technical nothing. This is big brother watching little brother and shutting little brother down. And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like real live shit.
So Ice Cube says the reason why we're not getting for another Friday sequel is because Warner Brothers don't want to do it.
I don't believe that.
Oh, that's what he says.
But we know that Warner Brother is about their bread, about their paper, right?
Yes, sir.
So we all know what Friday. What was it? Friday.
Yeah.
It wasn't Friday after. Shit.
It was Friday. It was next Friday. It was Friday after next, and then it was.
There was only 3.
There was only 3. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, only 3. Right. So all of them made money. A lot of money.
Yep.
Right. We all know Friday. If you don't know who the fuck Debo is,
exactly,
you've been on another fucking planet the whole time.
Under a rock somewhere.
Under a rock. With next Friday, that was a whole nother aspect, right? Ronkonkoma, right? I think that was Ronkonkoma. I think that was where the uncle lived. Where
no, you talking about Rancho Cucamonga, nigga. He said Ronkonkoma. That was a Long Island.
All right, so Rancho,
you got them going to the Hamptons.
But Rancho Cucamonga is an actual place, right?
Actual place, yes, sir.
It is an actual place, right?
Yes, it is.
Education, subliminally, right? It is,
and that Friday house, that Craig's mother's house, that house really exists,
right? So we're talking about something. I know that Chris Tucker said he'll never be in. He'll never do a sequel to Friday.
Right.
He'll never be in another Friday because he's not gonna do the Smokey role, right? Because the way that he transitioned in his life, he's not gonna be Smokey again, which is cool. I get it.
Yeah, he's too grown to be Smokey.
Right, but me personally, I think that bringing him back in that role as who he is today, I think
Right.
that would be
Better.
a message that would translate to the individuals that maybe did certain things and it was, that there's always a way out. You don't gotta stay in this. I think it would be more of a positive message if he did come back.
Well, it's definitely going to be a different movie for two reasons. Number one is no more Debo. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Tiny Lister, he passed, and then no more Pop passed. You know what I'm saying? John Witherspoon, R.I.P.
Yeah. So
already going to be different.
It'll definitely be different, but you talk about it, it's like, yo, you sit there, you could another Friday installment can really take it to a level where it can impact.
Oh, it'll definitely make a shitload of money, definitely. I mean, Tyler Perry got the studio, so
yeah. So it's one of those things that could happen if Universal don't want to do. I don't know if Universal owns the rights to the Friday brand or
Warner Brothers. New was a New Line. It was New Line Cinema, right? That was the company. Yeah, it's the parent company is Warner Brothers. So if they don't want to release the rights to it, then he's stuck. That's what ownership is all about, man. That's what you always hear people preaching about: own your masters, own your publishing. Don't sign nothing off when you sign these contracts with these big corporations and these big companies. And then it all goes back to ownership, man. You got to own your shit as much as possible. People talk down about Dame Dash because he's constantly getting on people about owning their businesses and being a boss and all of these things like that. And it's times like these that he's talking about that type of stuff, because when if Cube would had the rights to the franchise, you know what I'm saying, it would be a movie out right now with or without Chris Tucker. You feel me?
Right, but what was it?
He'd be making a bunch of money.
What was the other joint that the Ice Cube did? It was
he did a few movies, man. He did a lot of movies. You know that. The barbershops. He did the fucking Are We There Yet? He did the what else? Cube did a few things. Players Club. We was talking about Players Club earlier. Cube did that. I mean, Cube did a lot of stuff, man. He put his he put his shit down in Hollywood.
But when we talk about what they would allow him to do versus what would be relevant at this point, we all know, like I said earlier, Chris Tucker is not going to promote the drugs. There's going to be John Witherspoon is not there no more. Debo's not there. Like we have these situations. So
it's a different script.
It'll show elevation within the series, as we can call it.
And so then is all of that going to be able to translate to funny like the other ones did? You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to ask yourself. Is the comedic element still going to be there, knowing that the script has to be altered in the way that it does, So now you got to come up with other shit that's funny. That's when you got to be, that's what you got to be careful of, because people gravitate to that franchise for those specific characters. You know what I mean? It's somebody that watched Friday just because Pops is in it. It's somebody else that watched Friday just because Debo is in it.
Yeah, and it's and even I forgot her name. Oh, the
Nia Long.
No, well, we had Nia Long, and then we had Nia Long's sister. That was fucking Debo.
Nia Long sister. Oh, you're talking about the one that played Felicia.
Yeah. Yo, let me borrow your VCR. Let me borrow your car. Type shit. And Ice Cube's shorty was like, "Nah, ask that bitch or whatever." Like we could relate to that. Like definitely to it. To to where we grew up in, and what we've been, you know, given example to. But I don't think that it will resonate the same if we continued on that path.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's gonna be. I think it'll be too different. I think it'll be way too. I mean, I'm not saying that they can't come up with a good script for it, but it will be a reach now because you can't. The format has got to be completely different now. Like you say, Smokey is not going to be about the drugs, or he's not even thinking about playing Smokey. But if he was, he's not going to be talking about the weed and everything. It's not going to be a bully in the neighborhood that's scaring everybody and making them want to run and take their jewels off and hide them. It's not going to be um Craig is not going to have that father figure at home that's keeping him out of trouble and telling him right from wrong, and delivering that message like uh almost like I don't want to say Bill Cosby, but like a black dad. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really have many examples of that coming up. Believe it or not, Craig's pops was a positive influence on some kids. I imagine somewhere down the road. Um, Even Bros Barbecue, all that shit is going to be different now. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So they got to make it work a different way, and the way that they're going to have to make it work is it going to be as funny as all of that other stuff that I named?
yeah,
You know,
you're absolutely right. Like one thing, there was that one incident in Friday
which
when
one?
Craig went and he got the gun, right? He
Yeah,
pulled out the gun,
yeah,
and was basically broke it down to him and was like, "You verbatim. I can't do it. I can't recollect it. I can't recall it." But he was like, basically, the message was a real man fight with his hands, not with a gun.
you win some when you lose some, but you
Right,
live. You live to fight another day.
right, and that's why he hit Debo with the brick. Right. So the whole
Yeah,
brick.
at the fight. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it went down. He got the respect in the hood. If he would have shot Debo, he would have went to jail. It would have been just a reoccurrence of what normally happens in our neighborhoods.
Yeah,
Right.
that shit was normal as fuck. Cause you know what I'm saying? He got that motherfucking gun out and then he put it away and then Debo put them beats on him and he got knocked the fuck down. But
Then you got
we fall down, but we get up. And he got
and,
that damn brick and went to town.
not for nothing.
Get up, Craig. Get up, Craig.
Luckily, the motherfucker that laid those bricks didn't lay them right because he was
Didn't
able
lay
to.
him. Them bitches was loose. It's amazing what you find when you're laying on the damn ground and you got this big joker standing over you. Like, shit, I got to get me something. He go, oh, a brick. Yeah, this will work.
Yeah, this work. And he hit him with
Yum.
bang. He gave it to him. But yo,
Hell
man,
yeah, he hit that motherfucker with the construction worker. That's what he hit him with. The construction worker special.
but yo, man, shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to all the followers. Shout out to Sexy Vibes. Shout out to Big Thieves. Shout out to Black Thompson. Shout out to uh, Carlos. Shout out to
Mr.
everyone
Parker.
that chimed in today. Yo, showing that love, man. We definitely appreciate you.
And shouts out to everybody who, even if you didn't chime in, if you're just listening, even if you're just watching and you're not commenting or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to you too, because we appreciate you every week, you know what I'm saying, coming and showing us love and, you know what I'm saying, keeping the shit going.
Yeah, and we got the love on Twitch and all that. So we got the love on Twitch, we got the love on the gram, we got the love on the tube, we got the love on the book. Like we sitting there, we pushing it. And then for those that haven't taken the time out, but you can always catch what we got going on the website. You can catch all the replays, all the everything that we're doing on the website. So we're gonna make sure that we had that up there. And I think that's all the way fucked up. But we going
You had that backslash in the wrong place. That's all.
yeah, definitely. But
Yeah, www without the backslash.
right,
Yeah, there you go.
.wemsradio.com. Yo, you can
Bong.
catch all the shows, you can catch all the replays, you catch all the articles on the latest artists that are actually pushing out their music, doing things, releasing. Shout out to MJ for being one of our news reporters on the
Shouts
site.
out to MJ.
Right. So she does her thing, right? MJ Hip Hop Connect, because she makes sure that she keeps those independent artists relevant. And she is the plug for real, for real. So got to shout out to her and the shit that she does, because she really makes it happen. Shout out to to all the other publicists that we work with. I ain't gonna shout out no names, only because the people that are watching be trying to steal some shit and make it great for themselves. But
Smart, 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 smart.
there was a lot of hard work that went into making those connections. So shout out to Jamila Nicole for making those connections and doing what she does, because she be out there grinding and hustling for real. And if it
And
wasn't for her,
shouts. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
we wouldn't be where we at today, man. It takes a team for real.
Shouts out to Jay. And I was also gonna say shouts out to Sweet Apple West. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely looking forward to getting into a discussion about that name, but you know what I'm saying, some other time we will get into it. You know what I'm saying, when we get in the future. Hook it up.
Yeah, something must have happened with the connection. I reached out to the PR. He was on the promo and everything, and he was doing whatever. I guess something must have happened. I don't know. It could be a situation with time zones.
Yeah, well, you know, all his if his fans, anybody, you know, his people who was tuning in, logging in, locking in, hoping to get that interview. You know what I'm saying? It's not us. We was here. We was ready. It's just some other conflicts behind the scenes. We don't want you to think that we, you know, don't stand behind our advertisements and everything like that. Sometimes we have technical difficulties. Sometimes artists are, you know, caught up with travel and things of that nature. So you know, these things do happen, but we do work to try to get everybody on when we say we're going to bring them on. Like, you know, with the Bill Dance thing, it took us a couple of times to get him on, but we did finally get that interview.
Yeah.
So you know,
it was with Billy Danz. It took 4 interviews to actually get him locked in. Like
yeah, but I mean, we only advertised it twice. You know what I'm saying? The first time when we couldn't, and that didn't happen, and we didn't advertise it again until this most recent one, and then of course we got the interview. And so I'm just saying that, you know, with the listeners and the subscribers and the watchers and the people like that, make sure y'all you know, rock with us, man. You know, we definitely gonna, we say we gonna get somebody on, we're gonna get them on. Trust me, we're gonna get them on. We working hard for you behind the scenes. That's what the spot's
yo,
for.
and we always got that heat for real, for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell it like a TI is.
That basement talk, that stoop talk, that corner talk.
Yeah. Yeah, and shout out to Ti and Tiny. Hold your head.
What's going on with them?
They're getting hit with motherfucking charges, man. More people coming forward and talking shit. Hold on. Okay. More people trying come, like they're talking about testimony from like 30 women or something like that. Trying to come in. And I know a lot of it is opportunists and people trying to get money. Trust me, I know it is. You know what I mean? But you know how it is, man. When people defame your character in this day and age, man, all you got to do is say they fuck with kids or they fuck with women, and you know what I'm saying, boom, people start, you know what I'm saying, scattering them from you like roaches when with the lights on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
He already lost the show. They put the freeze on that shit. I heard he was supposed to be in um the next couple Marvel movies or something like that. He ain't gonna be in those. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? When things people say start affecting your bag and you know what I mean, your chicken, that's when, you know, you gotta get all kind of lawyers involved. It's gotta be all hands on deck for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, you already know when people make accusations after that, it's a wrap. It's
Yeah.
because people thinking in a certain way. So,
Yeah.
you take us out with a song real quick, and then after you do the song, we find out.
I can do that. I can do that. Hit him with that Billy Dance. Little Fame.
Here we go, y'all.
Whoopi is definitely about it, you know.
Y'all niggas are hoes, paint pictures with your flows, but I live it, not nearly Picasso. See me rose through the trenches, lit, you not. I cleared out the spot on the benches. Tags them, treat them like hip-hop dependents. Come on, dog, you a minion, pretending you winning. Reppin' since the beginning, never catch me on my pivot. I'm all the way in it, my exquisite limit. The platinum package, y'all got limits. Virgo, right this way.
Just step in my direction.
Follow me. You're all welcome.
Take a step in my direction.
Come on.
I'll never treat you wrong.
Come on.
I'll never cheat
Give
or
it up.
lie.
Come
Or even put you on.
Come on. Come on.
I'll never treat you wrong.
Come on.
I'll never cheat or
Give it up.
lie.
Come on.
Or even put you on.
Come on. If I give you the full clip, it's to put the bullshit into remission. I showed you the way. I told you to play, but you ain't listen. When I spit it, sit in the pit of your stomach like a Christian. Fucking intervention. It's exactly my intentions. You niggas are regular. I'm a different invention. How you a competitor? I'm in a different dimension. It's cool, you got your cheddar up. You still come up missing. You find you with the old heads fishing. Virgo. Right this way.
Take a step in my direction.
Follow me. You're all welcome.
Take a step in my direction.
Come on.
I'll never treat you wrong.
Come on.
I'll never cheat
Give
or
it up.
lie.
Come on.
Or even put you on.
Come on. Come on.
I'll never treat you wrong.
Come on.
I'll never cheat
Give
or
it up.
lie.
Come on.
Or even put you on.
Come on. Fuck you, your honor. I'm in the pool with piranhas. In the ghetto where I got medals of honor.
You from Brownsville?
Right.
You got it on you?
Right.
So it's
Like American Express, I ain't the nigga you should press. In the no-fly zone, stress-free while y'all stress. Remember OG and blow holes through y'all chest. I vote to get a band from IG, I'm not impressed.
you know what it is.
Don't get left.
Virgo. Right this way.
Take a step in my direction.
Follow me. You're all welcome.
Take a step in my direction.
Come on.
I'll never treat you wrong.
Come on.
I'll never cheat
Give
or
it up.
lie.
Come on.
Or even put you on.
Come on. Come on.
I'll never treat you wrong.
Come on.
I'll never cheat
Give
or
it up.
lie.
Come on.
Or even put you on.
Come on.
They really are like they're ready. Shout out to Billy.
Virgo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Original MOP family. First fam.
definitely,
Brooklyn.
man. Brooklyn, we in the building, y'all. Yo, but shout out to everybody that rocks with us. And you already know, man, it's your boy Prophet Pete. That is, if you want to follow me, so on all social media platforms, that's PFIT_radio_NY. Make sure you follow the station. Make sure you follow the brand in itself, man, because we work it hard, making sure that we bring to you the content that makes the most sense within our communities. We talk that shit, but we talk that shit based on what we've been through and what we lived through. You heard?
Facts. And I like how you got the graphic this week. You know what I'm saying? Gangster, very gangster, I must say. And of course, you know, you can always find your boy on the gram. That's DJ Sean Recognized, DJ SHAWNRECOGNIZE. And of course, if you want to find me on Twitter, that's a shorter version. It's DJ Sean Rec, DJ SHAWNREC, but only my friends call me Rex, so you better recognize.
Gang. And we out, y'all. Salute.
Salute.
Gang.